What would happen if one day the people you loved began looking at you like a stranger? What if your own reflection changed so much that even your husband could no longer stay? And what if the world around you believed you were cursed? This is the story of a woman who lost her marriage, lost her place in society, and nearly lost herself. But in the middle of rejection, fear, and loneliness, she found something stronger than pain, purpose. Today, children run toward her with smiles. But years ago, many of those same children were afraid to even stand near her. This is not just a story about appearance. It is a story about survival, about motherhood, about rejection, and about a woman who transformed suffering into love. Her name is Joseline. Before people whispered her name, before neighbors avoided her, before children stared at her in fear, she lived a simple life. She was born like everyone else. She grew up surrounded by family, friendship, and ordinary dreams. As she became older, she fell in love. And eventually she got married. Their life together was peaceful, not perfect, but stable. They built a home together and were blessed with children. For years, her world revolved around motherhood, caring for her family and building a future. Nothing suggested that her life would one day change so dramatically.
I was born in 1974. I was dark-skinned everywhere, including inside my mouth and on my tongue. I was completely dark. In 2015, I started noticing small pale spots appearing on my legs. They gradually grew larger and spread very quickly. I went to the hospital and the doctors monitored me day after day. They carried out every possible medical test, but by the time they understood what was happening, the condition had already progressed significantly, and eventually I became like this.
We knew Joseline as a Christian woman who worshipped with us at ADP. She was a very beautiful young woman, healthy, attractive, and well-built. She truly loved God. Later, a man came to court her, and eventually they got married. Even after the wedding, she remained the same beautiful woman, and no changes whatsoever had appeared on her body. The person she expected to understand her most could not handle the change. Her husband became distant, not overnight, but slowly the conversations became shorter. The warmth disappeared, and eventually he left. He walked away from the home they built together, leaving her alone with the children. That moment changed everything. She was no longer just facing a condition. She was facing abandonment. At night, after the children slept, she cried alone, wondering how life had changed so quickly, wondering why she was suddenly fighting battles she never chose.
We knew this mother as a dark-skinned woman. When she came here, she was still dark-skinned, though she had a small pale spot on her leg. We never imagined that the spot would continue growing until it spread like this. We loved her very much, and she loved us deeply too. She treated us like her own children. She fed us, cared for us, and looked after us. To us, she was truly like a mother. As time went on, the spot kept growing bigger and bigger. But because we were used to seeing her every day, we never became afraid of her or isolated her. Instead, as children, we simply wondered what had happened to her. Sometimes we would say maybe she had been struck by lightning, or perhaps it was caused by medicine from the hospital.
The neighbors began talking. Some believed she had been cursed. Others thought evil spirits were involved. People created stories because they did not understand the truth. And fear spread quickly. Some neighbors stopped visiting her home. Others avoided walking near her. The same people who once greeted her warmly now watched her from a distance. Even children became afraid. Some ran away when they saw her. Some pointed at her appearance. Others laughed because they did not understand. The world around her became colder, and loneliness slowly surrounded her life. Life became different. She started avoiding the strongest sunlight. She spent more time in the shade. She moved carefully through public places. Everyday life required emotional strength. But even during the hardest moments, she refused to completely disappear. There was something inside her that still wanted to live, still wanted to hope. And slowly, a few people began seeing beyond her appearance. Joseline accepted her condition, and up to now she is a person who lives in peace. What made me especially happy is that she was later given a position at a nursery school because of how much she loves children. Today she takes care of children, and they love her dearly as well. As years passed, something unexpected happened. The woman people once avoided began forming strong relationships with children. She treated them gently, listened to them, protected them, and over time she discovered a new purpose. She became a teacher. The same kind of children who once feared her now sat in front of her every day, learning from her, laughing with her, trusting her, and through teaching she rebuilt herself. Not through revenge, not through anger, but through love.
As for me, I saw it simply as an illness. We even used to call her the white woman, and even now we still jokingly say, let's go to the white woman's place and eat, because she loves us very much. But honestly, I was never afraid of her, nor did I ever avoid her because of the way she looked. If she gave me something to eat, I never refused it because her appearance had changed. No, I've always believed it was simply a medical condition, and I accepted her as she was. At this stage in my life, people have accepted me. I interact freely with others, and I attend weddings and social gatherings without any problem. In fact, recently something happened that made me very happy. A young woman told me, please keep praying for me, and when I find the man I will marry, I want you to be the best woman at my wedding. Hearing that truly touched my heart, and now I am praying for it to happen. So people have really accepted me now, and what I thank God for most is that people have come to love me. What is even more remarkable is that when I go to places where people do not know me, I simply explain what happened to me, and there is no problem.
Her life was no longer defined by rejection. It was defined by resilience. The community that once feared her now respected her. The children who once avoided her now ran toward her, and the woman who once cried alone at night now carried purpose inside her heart. She had survived abandonment, judgment, isolation, fear, and somehow she turned all of it into compassion. Today, when people look at her, they no longer see a curse. They see strength. They see kindness. They see someone who refused to give up on life. Her story reminds us that sometimes the people society rejects first become the very people who teach society how to love better. She lost her husband. She lost acceptance. She lost the life she once knew. But she found something greater, a reason to keep living, a reason to keep loving, and a reason to help others feel safe in a world that once made her feel alone. Because in the end, her greatest transformation was not her skin, it was her heart.